So I just wanted to get on here really quick and talk to you guys about what the Most High shared with me, the message that He's been trying to get through to me. Other than the fact that I need a new background, because I know everybody that watches my video that is new to the channel, none of you guys are going to make it past 5 minutes because my background is unappealing, it's boring, it's dry, and I know, I got to change it up. I'm working on it. I'm going to, spazzy it up, make it spick and span, make it nice and clean, put some decorations up, but until then, let me talk to you guys about what the Most High shared with me. So, all jokes aside, the Most High has been telling me that I gotta put myself out there. I gotta put myself out there. Now, speaking for myself, me personally, this is something that I've always struggled with in my life. I've always struggled to put myself out there. Ever since I was a kid, coming to this country, not speaking English, going to ESL class, struggling to make friends, going up and down the hallway, getting these looks from people, every time the teacher would be like, all right, everybody, get your lab partner, partner up with somebody. I would always be that person that didn't have a partner. I would always be that person that would say pass every time the textbook page got to me and it was my turn to read. I was always that person that didn't want to present in front of class, didn't want to make friends, I just had a hard time putting myself out there. And I feel like part of the reason was because I just didn't like fame. I didn't like the spotlight. I don't like popularity. I don't like people knowing who I am, people knowing my family, people knowing where I live, what kind of car I drive. I don't even post my personal life on social media. I don't even have social media, to be honest. So I've always just been like a low key, go get yours, don't say a word, and just come back home and don't say a peep. Like, that's just been the type of person, like, put your head down and work. That's the type of person I've always been. But I feel like the other part of that is just like, I didn't really, I kind of expected things to come to me. At the same time, like, I expected people to come up to me and want to make friends with me. I expected, teachers to come up to me and want to help me with my homework. I expected things to be handed to me from a young age, and that's when I quickly realized, like, nothing is handed to you. There's nothing that's going to come to you. The only thing that's going to come to you, the only things that are going to come to you is oxygen and thoughts. Those are the only things that are going to come to you. No woman is going to come up to you. No man is going to come up to you. No, maybe an animal. Nothing comes to you. You have to go out and put yourself out there and go out and get it yourself. And that's something that I'm starting to learn, and I'm starting to pick up on it better and better, because, and this is where I start to make my point. My YouTube channel, right? I've had this YouTube channel for about two years, and in those 2 years of having this YouTube channel, I didn't tell a soul about it. I didn't tell nobody about my YouTube channel. I didn't even tell my mom. People had to find out about my YouTube channel for themselves. It wasn't until about a couple of months ago It wasn't until a couple of months ago where I really started to tell people, yo, I got a YouTube channel. Yo, check it out. Yo, subscribe, show some support, show some love, help me get to 1,000 subscribers. It wasn't until recently where I started putting myself out there more, telling people what I'm about, telling people what I have to offer. So basically what I'm trying to say is, you gotta put yourself out there, right? Nobody's gonna come up to you and say, hey, you see him? Yeah, we want him. We want him working for our company. We want him. Yeah, we want him working here. We want him to be our team lead. We want him to be our boss. We want him to, we want to take orders from him. That guy right there. Nobody does that. Nobody just goes up to a random person and say, I want you to work for me. I want you to have a job. Come get this job. It doesn't happen. No girl is going to come up to you and be like, well, sometimes it happens, but most likely, in a realistic scenario, no girl's gonna come up to you and be like, I want you, and all I want is you, and I'm gonna have you, and you can't do anything about it. Like that just it just doesn't happen. Money doesn't just fly into your pockets. Money doesn't just appear in your pockets. You don't just wake up one morning and you have $1,000. That's not how life works. So understanding that you are the one that's in control of the vehicle, you're the one that's in control of your body, you're the one that is manifesting your life, your reality with your words, with your thoughts, with your action, with your choices, realizing that nobody in this world is going to put in a good word for you. Nobody in this world is going to put you on. Nobody's going to put you on. You have to put yourself on. You have to show people what you're worth. You have to talk yourself up. You have to introduce yourself to people. You. It all goes back to you, bro. It all goes back to you. And I'm gonna be watching this video myself, so I don't want you to feel like I'm pointing the finger at you, because I'm pointing the finger at myself too. I need to watch this video back. I need to put myself out there. I need to do a better job. Right? So, and I've realized, like, another part of the reason why I didn't want to share my YouTube channel with people is because I had fear. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna come clean, right? I had fear. I had fear of what people would think. I had fear about what people would perceive me as. I had fear about what people would, what people would say behind my back. I had fear about how my family would look at me, how my friends would look at me. I had fear about just fear. I had fear. But I realized, like, I had to let go of that fear. I have to let go of it. I have to not identify with it. All fear is just a thought. All fear is just a thought in your back of your head. That's all it is. It's just a thought that triggers some sort of emotion out of you. But you can watch that. You can watch your thoughts in third person, and you can just watch those thoughts go by, because those thoughts aren't yours. You don't identify with those thoughts, right? So before I start, going left field and start, talking about different things, the main thing that I want to say, before I get to that, I realized, like, I was just scared. I didn't want to share my content. I didn't want to share my views. But I realized, like, over time, you have to. People are going to find out one way or another, right? If they don't find out today, they're going to find out tomorrow. And if they don't find out tomorrow, they're going to find out a week from now. And if they don't find out then, they'll find out eventually. That's just how life is. Especially with social media and people that talk behind other people's back, and people talking at all-time high now, so they're going to share your, it's going to get around, right? It's going to get around quick. So once I told myself that, like, people are going to find out regardless, people are going to judge regardless, people are going to have their own opinions regardless, so why do you even care? It doesn't matter. And honestly, this thought alone brings me clarity. And that's that when somebody has an issue with your perspective, it's because your perspective doesn't support theirs. So, and as humans, right? As human beings, whenever somebody doesn't agree with us, we instantly don't like that person. We instantly do not want anything to do with that person, and we will avoid that person at all costs, because you feel like subconsciously, if you keep arguing with this person, or if you keep trying to be associated with this person, at some point down the line, you guys are going to have a conflict, because you guys don't see eye to eye, because he has a different perspective than you. But what I had to tell myself is, all right, myself, I don't get upset with people's perspectives, right? If somebody has their own opinion about something, now, don't get it twisted. If somebody says, all right, hey, I agree with cannibalism, or I agree with necrophilia, or I agree with abortion, or not even abortion, but I agree with atheists or atheism, or if it's something like outlandish and wild, and if it's something that can affect my life, if their choices affect my reality, then yeah, I might have, I might be upset, or I might, feel some type of way about their opinion. But if their opinion is something small and minute and it's not even that big of a deal, like if somebody believes in aliens, all right, or if you believe the black woman is God, or if you believe that aliens built pyramids, or if you believe that we're in a simulation, if you believe the world is flat, if you like whatever you believe in, if it's harmless and it doesn't affect my reality, then I don't care what you believe in, because honestly, no, we're not all meant to be the same. We're all supposed to have our own individuality. We're all supposed to have our own uniqueness, about us. So it would be boring if we all thought the same, if we all agreed, if we all saw eye to eye, if we all had the same opinions. It'd be boring. Life would be boring. There wouldn't be anything new. And the way I see it too, like, why would I spend time hating about, let me rephrase that. Why would I spend time hating on somebody else's perspective when I could be using that same energy to enhance my perspective? You know what I mean? Why am I going to sit up here and criticize a man or belittle a man just because he believes in Jesus, when I could be using that energy to find out the real answer about Jesus? All right, you don't agree with that man because he believes in Jesus? Well, why don't you find out yourself what Jesus really is? Right? That's how I see life. That's how I view life. Like, no man should be put down or feel ashamed or belittled just because they don't believe in the same thing as you. If they don't believe in the same thing as you, cool, whatever. Agree to disagree. What happened to that term? What happened to agreeing to disagree? It's like people don't even know what that is nowadays. It's crazy. But all in all, the main message that I want to get across in this video is put yourself out there. Don't be afraid of other people's perspectives. Don't be afraid of other people's opinions, because as long as you are afraid of other people's opinions about you, you will never elevate in life. And that's just the cold, honest truth. For as long as you fear other people's opinions, you will forever be in a box. You will forever be in a box. You will forever be incapable of elevating. And I don't even want to necessarily make it sound like it's impossible, but it's going to be pretty damn hard to get out of that box if you're not able to stand in your own truth, to speak your truth, and to, beat to your own drum and walk out like you mean it, So that's all I pretty much got to say. I hope somebody was able to relate to this video. I hope somebody was able to resonate with my message. Any young kid, anybody with, aspirations and dreams watching this video, I just want to let you know right now, if you want to put yourself out there, put yourself out there. Don't be afraid of what other people have to say, because people are going to talk regardless, right? If people aren't talking about you, if people aren't hating about you, then you probably aren't doing it right? So, let them talk. Let them say what they have to say, right? And for any man that disagrees with your perspective and they feel some type of way about it, that is a reflection of their character, not yours, believe me. So, yeah, I got everything off my chest. I said everything I have to say. If you guys left this video motivated, inspired, or a better person, then I did my part. Other than that, peace, love, positivity. I love y'all. Take care of yourself. Peace.